Okay, so here we are where we left off with our example where we see what happens if you double a penny every day for 7 days. So I need to show you about built-in formulas. So let's suppose we want to take the average dollar amount. There are several built-in formulas into Excel, a lot of them. To access those, we're going to hit the little FX button up here, and then you can search for the formulas that you want. Let's first look for average. So we type in average, and this is the formula we want. So we just click OK, and it gives us a box that tells us exactly how to use that formula. So here for the numbers, we're just going to highlight this range of cells here. And it even gives us a preview of what the average is. So if you click OK, this tells us that the average dollar amount over the 11 days is $1.86. So let's see if we want to do a graph. So we're going to insert. The kind of graph we want to do is a scatter plot, although you can do a lot of other graphs. So we're going to hit scatter plot. And actually, before we hit scatter plot, we need to highlight those data values. So we'll go back to insert scatter, and it shows you what happens if you double the amount of money every day for 11 days. Okay, so now suppose we wanted to edit this graph. You just click on anything on the graph, and you can edit it. So if we want to enter, we wanted to edit this top part, we could do that. There's 3 menus up here: design, layout, and format, and you can play with them. You can edit anything on the graph you want. Now say we want to do something else. So let's add a couple of rows up at the top. To do that, we're going to right click on cell 1, or on the first column, the first row, hit insert, and we can do that as many times as we need to. What I want to do is change our minds about this being doubled. Let's say, what if it's tripled? So our first penny is going to stay the same. What we can do instead of entering the 2 is we can actually make it reference this cell, and this allows us to change that multiplier without having to recalculate all our cells ourselves. It'll do it for us. So watch what happens if we do this. It will do it for us for the first one, but after that we would have to copy it all the way down. Now if we copy it all the way down, look what happens. We get errors. That's because Excel is iterating this cell that we referenced up top. So in the first row it's saying B1, but then when we copied it again it's saying B2, B3, etc. So we need to fix that reference. So what we do is we can just highlight up here and click F4. F4 will fix both the row and the column, so that when we click and drag this formula down, it always refers to this cell up here. Now you can fix just one of the row or the column. For our purposes, we can go back up and hit F4, and it'll change where it's only fixing the row, and that's all we need. So if you're copying down rows, all you need is to fix the row. If you're copying across columns, you need to fix the column, so you need to have the $ be in front of the column name. Alright, so I think that's all you need. So as always, let me know if you have any questions.